I wonder if you've ever caught yourself saying any of these things. Next year. I've heard that one so many times. I've noticed that over the years, the women that I work with don't postpone their lives because they don't have enough money, because that's not the issue. But they postpone their lives because they're waiting to feel really, really safe. And those are really different things. After retirement, I understand why we say this. We've been taught to follow this path of work really hard, be really responsible, and save our money and put it away and make sure that everything is okay. And then one day, all the permission, the choices, and the freedom in the world will be laying in your lap. But that never happens, does it? That day never comes. And I want to know, like, who decided that for us? This whole thing became very personal for me when I was leaving corporate, because everyone thought that the financial part was the hard part. And yeah, it required a plan, and I'm going to teach you and show you all of that and how you can get your money to work for you. But the harder part was actually the self-trust, that inner authority, right? Listening to people judge and criticize me making a move in my life that was my next big move. It was the right thing for me to do. And this idea of putting it off, I reached a point where that wasn't going to happen. I couldn't pause any longer. I couldn't wait any longer. And I learned this valuable lesson that if I stop deferring or stop worrying about what other people think, deferring my decisions to someone else outside of me, right? This outer sourcing instead of internal authority, and start borrowing authority from other people, that I was never gonna live the life I really wanted to live. And that just became paramount to me. And, you know, it's interesting because it wasn't a money challenge at all. And people thought it would be. It was actually a really huge self-trust challenge. And I had to trust myself because not everybody agreed with my decision. People thought, what are you gonna do? You're gonna be bored. What are you gonna do? And I was 47, and I thought to myself, only boring people are bored, right? And I had all these plans. You know, I wanted to be in Africa. I wanted to photograph wildlife. And the thing is, you have an Africa too. You have a story too. You have something that you want too. The next one, when I have enough, right? I become fascinated with the word enough, because I've known women with extraordinary wealth that still didn't feel like it was enough. And I've known women with moderate means who stopped looking, chasing, and wanting more, which really makes me wonder, maybe enough isn't a number. Maybe enough is the moment you actually start trusting yourself. That's why I say, and I'll keep saying it again and again, and that financial certainty isn't a number. It's a relationship with yourself of inner authority, agency, and self-trust. Because if certainty was a number, eventually we'd all arrive. But I think we're all smart enough and old enough to figure it out that that permission slip's never coming. That day is never going to arrive, right? And that there's something much deeper here. That self-trust is about knowing that no matter what life brings you, you can handle it and you've got it. Someday, I think this is the most expensive word in our vocabulary. Not because of what it costs us financially, what it costs us emotionally, what it costs our well-being. That conversation we never had, that big life move we never made. Did you ever have a big life move come and your intuition said, do it, and you didn't do it, and a little while later, you realized it would have been the right thing to do. And so you missed a moment. Those moments that we miss, that life that you want to actually be living, the trip that never happened, the business that you never started, that trip you never took your family on, those mornings that you longed for, they ended up never living. That deep part of yourself that's truly, honestly waiting for permission. Someday. So perhaps the question isn't, can I afford to wait? Perhaps the better question is, what is waiting costing me? What's waiting costing you? I know waiting was costing me my health, my radiance, my well-being, my relationship, my happiness, and the longing that was deep within my heart and my body and my soul. Because every year, my friend, that we waste waiting is a year we can't get back. And I know you know that. But can you feel it? I want it to actually land with you as something that's motivating, gets you excited, starts to get your blood pumping. Maybe it's even a little scary. Maybe the greatest financial risk isn't losing money, but it's waiting to fund the life you really want to live. If this conversation feels familiar to you and there's something you actually want to do about it, I've created the Financial Certainty Finder, and I did so because I know so many people are up at 2 a.m. or 11 a.m. and they're wondering, will I be okay? Am I going to outlive my money? And is this all there is? So if you want some support and some help from me, and it's only going to take you 5 minutes, go to knowyourook.com and grab the Financial Certainty Finder. It's an experience where you can put in your own information and find out for yourself what's your next big move and what's holding you back from having that certainty and that clarity that you want to have. What have you been postponing, waiting to feel safe? Until next time, trust yourself with your money.